You're live on the air. What's your name, comment, and or question? This is you,
Is this me?
214. You're live. Yeah, what's on your mind?
Hey, Ben. This is Brent out of Dallas.
Hey, Brent, how's it going?
Hey, man, it's going good. And just want to let y'all guys know I appreciate everything y'all do. Y'all give us a voice. And big time fan. Keep doing what you're doing. So you're
Absolutely
on
will.
Twitter all the time.
Yeah,
But
man.
basically, I know this is what's that.
No, no, I was saying thank you. I appreciate it, man.
But I really got kind of a two-part question for me,
Okay.
for you. It's kind of tell me what you think. And again, this may be a little off base, but I just sat down, got home from work, and so hopefully I didn't take y'all out of the off what y'all talking about. But you mentioned the other day about the Christian left,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you said that I don't remember who you were saying that we actually were the only people that were only helping what people, but my question is, one, where is the voice of the Christian left? I mean,
Mm.
because I'm in Texas, I'm in Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the middle of a bunch of evangelical, right wingers,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to be one. And where's our voice? I mean, Bernie's doing the stuff that we say as Christ followers, this is what we're going
Yep.
to do. Why aren't we standing up? I mean, where is that voice? And then two, you know, coming to the Democratic Party, I kind of feel like the compassion I have for people has been used against me as the actual party
Mm.
is taking, well, we have compassion for these people, but I think they're just trying to get the votes. And I want to hang up and be quiet because let you let you
Dude,
handle that.
you opened up. Thanks, man. Thanks for that call because you opened up a can of Pandora's box in a can, right?
It's
Let, let me speak to that really quick, and then Solomon, you give me those specific examples. Number one, um, hang on, let me do something for my dear friend over here, Noah. There we go. We're gonna meet you, Noah. Number one, where are the voices from the Christian left? Because in actuality, the things that Bernie Sanders is proposing are very much in line with religious people, particularly people from the Christian left. I for me, they're there. You can find them, but you have to dig too deep to find them. And that's the disappointing part. Just like we were talking the other day about Angela Davis, she's a militant, well, formerly militant. She's a college professor now, but from the black left, a black progressive. She has given her approval of Bernie Sanders, but she hasn't endorsed Bernie Sanders. And I'm seeing a lot of people who are on the periphery who like what Bernie Sanders stands for, but they haven't made the plunge of putting their name and their reputation and their brand and their organization on the line for Bernie Sanders. Case in point, my little show right here. Only reason I have gone so hard in the paint for Bernie Sanders is because you see there's a gaping hole in terms of media where the media that it's pretending to be unbiased is highly biased towards Hillary Clinton. And so you have to, at some point, say, I'm going to take my brand, I'm going to take my organization, I'm going to take my name and my personal reputation, and I'm willing to put it on a line for someone who represents the values that we believe in. And so there are voices, rather, on the Christian left, but they have not gone out and above and beyond to say, I'm putting my name, my brand, and my reputation on the line for Bernie Sanders in a way that is moving voices and moving votes from the left. The first part of his question, Solomon, I think you wanted to speak to, and I think you have some examples of some Christians that are the people who are on Bernie Sanders' side.
Yes, this was a reaction to a speech at Liberty University where, and it's listening. There's audio. I put the link in the Hangouts chat, but there's audio and written versions of this, and there were a couple of these. I think it was a 3-part series that happened in the summer and fall after his university speech, and even now, like I listen to those for fun. Him talking about all the stuff that I remember reading when I went to a private Catholic school for high school, and so we just read the whole Bible. I barely remember most of what I read specifically. I think my favorite book was Ecclesiastes, and not just because it's one of the shortest, but I actually like that chapter. But all the things that I saw about the plight of the poor and the needy, and how that have been completely ignored by most modern Christian organizations, especially in the political arena, in favor of social conservatism.
Yeah.
These sermons speak to that, and I think anyone who wants to see things like this should read and listen to these. It was kind of not really a podcast, but just sermons, and they're incredible.
You know what else I want to say about that, Solomon? I'll let you continue. What's brilliant about what Bernie Sanders is doing is that he's bringing the values without forcing the belief, right? He's actually giving space for people to be whatever you want to be, but his spirituality is based on taking care of your brother, taking care of your neighbor, loving your, you know, we're all in this together. We're all humans, and we should, you know, his spirituality is such that it's not shoving anything down the versus the complete opposite that we get from the religious right, where they have none of the values that they should have, yet they're trying to force the belief down on us. And it's such a great opportunity to see people who are atheists, who are non-believers or believers of other faiths, to say we can rally behind these core values that transcend any religion or no religion at all. And it is just, to me, it's being lost in this conversation. I think that's what the caller was saying, is that significant contribution to a greater humanity that transcends all faiths and no faith and atheism and any other type of faith, it's being lost in this conversation of dismissing Bernie Sanders when he really is representing something that is unique at a very necessary time. I just hate that we're missing this opportunity for a greater humanity. Go ahead, Tom.
One of the people who called this out earlier on, like back in the winter, was Glenn Beck, which was very surprising. I watched a video clip of his, and he talked about like explaining what he saw as going to be him winning the Democratic youth vote almost unanimously when no one really believed that was going to happen. One of his weird gems of propheticness that I've noticed from him a couple times, most of the time is just gibberish. He talked about how he was condescending to a lot of millennials in the process of this, but saying they're not religious anymore, they don't subscribe to traditional Christian values anymore, but in their core, there's still a sense to find some kind of moral center and have this core set of moral beliefs, but they don't subscribe to religions. And Bernie is giving that to them on a political level, but on a personal level too, a lot. That was his theory. That to them, that's why so many of them say that they feel like he's a part of their family to a lot of young people, like their uncle or their dad. To them, he is bringing all the things that they read in the Bible everyone seemed to ignore. They got disillusioned with Christianity or whatever religion in the first place. He just straight up says them in a very honest, plainly, obviously honest way. And runs on that and isn't afraid of that. And it makes them feel unafraid to say they agree with those core positions. They agree in this innate, not divine, but just inherent justice that they feel exists in the world. And that was going to be a core, even beyond policy. That was going to be a core part of his support. And I think to a degree he was right on that.
No, he's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Noah, I want to see if we got you live and in action. Then we're going to, I want to give Portia and Molly a chance to say some last words as we get ready to come to the end. Got a call, and then I'm going to have Kelly tell us about what's going on in North Carolina. So that's the agenda. I just gave you a full agenda. So Noah, go for it.